I came to Bangkok for the summer, just 3 months. That was the deal. A clean contract with the UN, a serviced apartment in Ari, and a desk inside an air-conditioned office where I was supposed to write policy briefs about gender and entrepreneurship. Not fall in love with the man funding half the program. Not Niran Vachiravong. Not the Thai billionaire with a fiancé, a penthouse overlooking Lumpini Park, and a voice like velvet dipped in stone. But I did. We met at a round table. I was giving a short talk on financial inclusion for women. Niran arrived late, slipped into the seat across from me, and didn't take his eyes off me once. His presence felt focused, serious, like he was used to owning the room and was annoyed that I hadn't noticed. Afterward, he approached me. "I'd like to discuss a joint initiative," he said, "but not in that room. Meet me tomorrow, 8, my office." His office was at the top of V Group Tower, all glass and teak and impossible views. He wore a dark gray suit, no tie, no smile. "What are you doing in Bangkok?" he asked, not looking up from his espresso. "Working." "Number. That's what you're being paid to do. I'm asking what you're really doing here." I didn't answer, because I wasn't sure myself. He looked at me then. Really looked. And something shifted. Over the next 2 weeks, we worked together constantly. Site visits, launch planning, press interviews, and late nights, always too close. He never touched me, but the tension, it was constant. Like every time our hands passed too near, the air got heavier. One night, after a gala, we were in his car. Quiet. Bangkok blinking outside the tinted windows. He leaned toward me. "I shouldn't do this," he said. "Then don't," I whispered. He kissed me anyway, and I kissed him back like I already knew it would ruin me. The next morning, I arrived at the office to find his mother waiting in my chair. Mayuri Vachiravong, diamonds, high bun, eyes like polished glass. "I know who you are," she said. I tried to play dumb. I wasn't ready, but she just smiled. "You're not the first white girl my son's entertained, but you will be the last. He is engaged. The family is watching. I suggest you pack your little passport and disappear." I didn't speak. I couldn't. But before she left, she turned back. "He won't tell you the truth, so I will. This isn't love. It's defiance." I should have quit the project. After Mayuri's warning, I told myself I'd keep my distance, stay professional, focus on the work, and count the weeks until my flight home. But Niran made that impossible. He didn't call, he didn't text. He just showed up. At the UN office, at the site visits, at my apartment building once, claiming to be checking on logistics. Every time I turned around, he was there, tall, restrained, eyes unreadable. But when we were alone, his voice softened, his gaze lingered, his touch burned when it brushed mine. And then came the birthday party, Taya's 30th, his fiancée, hosted at the Mandarin Oriental Ballroom, dressed in white and gold, a haramzaz, semelias vendiglista, ice sculptures, Kim players, socialites flown in from Singapore, and me, somehow invited. "Your presence is expected," his assistant had said. "It will be noticed." I wore a black satin dress, hair up, no smile. Taya made her entrance in a gold tie silk ensemble, arm hooked through Niran's. She kissed his cheek. He didn't flinch. She gave me a little wave from across the room. That was when I knew. She knew. Later, on the terrace overlooking the Chao Phraya, I tried to leave. I had barely touched my wine. I needed air, but Niran was already there, alone, waiting. "You look like you're about to run," he said softly. "Shouldn't I?" He stepped closer. "I never asked you to come into my life." "No," I said. "You just pulled me in." He touched my wrist, and I swear the entire city disappeared. He leaned in. His breath was warm. "I haven't touched her in 2 years," he whispered. I blinked. Why? He looked at me like I was the first person who ever deserved the answer. Because she doesn't want me. She wants the name, the dynasty, the illusion. He stepped back. But you didn't want anything from me. Then he kissed me. Not careful, not secret. On the terrace of the most powerful family's party in Bangkok, in full view of whoever might look up from their flute of imported champagne. We left in separate cars, but at midnight, I heard the knock on my hotel room door. And then, we burned. The night was messy, slow, honest. No performance, no games. He traced my jaw with his fingertips, memorized me with his hands, and when he whispered my name in the dark, it didn't sound like a secret. It sounded like a promise. I woke in his arms. For the first time in Bangkok, I felt something like peace. But that peace shattered 3 hours later. A journalist had been tipped off. A photo had surfaced, not of the kiss, but of me, with Niran's mother, at the UN site visit, smiling, talking. The headline? Mystery American aid scene, cozying with Vachiravong matriarch. Sources say engagement may be off. I stared at the screen. My hands shook. How had this gotten out? Who took the photo? And then my phone buzzed. One message, from Taya. Hope it was worth it. I warned him I'd make you famous. Check the headlines tomorrow. This is only the beginning.